your skin, that shit is popping, girl. Body on 10, damn, you got it, girl. You gotta boss up, getting them checks, living your best, racks up. Keep walking with confidence. Effortlessly, you let them know who is in command. You just that and more. Don't forget it. God worked hard on you for sure. Lexus Exodus. Shout out to my exes.
I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night. Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got it.
Hey, boos, hey! It is Lexis Exodus, leader of the Black Woman Exodus. How are you guys doing? Like always, if you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe. Please share. Please say what's up to me in the comment section. Say what's up to me in the chat. Hey, y'all in the chat. Thank you so much for tuning in. Also, when you have a moment, please pause this video and follow the backup channel. It is called LexX. That's Lexex. You can also find the link in the description below. Also, if you have any suggestions or any ideas for any new stories, feel free to share that to me to my Gmail. That is lexisexoduschannel@gmail.com. Very quickly, shout out to all the ladies that hopped on the panel with me last night. What a powerful, impactful, and poignant show yesterday. You guys are so dope, and there was so much wisdom there and so much to learn and so many gems dropped. So thank you so much, ladies, for joining that panel with me last night. If you haven't already, please check that out, the Surviving Blackistan panel, where a panel of women, a group of Black women hopped online and discussed with me different methods and different ways and strategies to be able to survive the community and to endure the dire circumstances of the community and to also prosper and come out on the other side. So check that out. I think I'll actually link that video below in the description. So anyway, so let's get into what we came here for. So tonight we're going to talk about the PhD, y'all. And shout out to High Heels who sent all these suggestions to me. She is a loyal patron. I appreciate you, sis. Y'all are so amazing and send me so many wonderful ideas. So thank you so much for sharing these ideas and these suggestions with me. So the PhD, so her appearance, so she is melanated. She's a beautiful Black woman. She's glowing. She's healthy and happy. The PhD is a term that Karen Scamuels actually coined. So this is supposed to be a derogatory term that he uses to refer to Black women who are educated. So according to him, these women have multiple degrees. They have successful careers. They're accomplished, but all of that work and all of that success is meaningless to men, he says, because according to these losers, men don't care about that. They don't care about a woman's accomplishments. They don't care if she's smart. They don't care if she's intelligent and if she is, if she's career oriented and if it has a prosperous career. According to Karen, these women are masculine. So they'll turn into cat ladies and will die alone. So I wanted to do this video to counter that problematic narrative because we know that's simply not true. I'm a living testimony of it. I have multiple degrees. I have a degree, a bachelor's degree and a master's degree, and I happen to make 6 figures in a leadership role in the pharmacy industry in corporate America. And I also have a husband who cherishes me and loves me and who put a ring on it. So in reality, what's happening with these quote unquote PhDs is these women are denigrated within Blackistan because they remind Dusties and the loser men that they're surrounded by of their failures. And they remind them of their dismal existences. So they're intimidated. But if these women divested, if they removed themselves from the community and opened up their options to all groups of men, then they'll be able to easily attract true high value men. So not men who just are high earning. They are high earning, but also they love and they have high values and high moral character, and they love and honor their wives. So I want to check out this first example. Oriole Sarkazian, I think is how you pronounce her last name. She's the wife of the football coach at the University of Texas. And she really epitomizes this PhD because she is college educated. And she also used to be a track coach as well. So she was a coach as well at the University of Southern California. So let's look at her, because I feel like she's a perfect example of these PhDs. Because these women die alone, right? So let's take a look at her miserable existence. Do y'all see this? Look at her. Look how dope she is. She is just stunning. She's killing it. She's so cute. She reminds me of Sierra. She's absolutely fabulous. And one thing that I'm really intentional about, and you guys may have noticed a theme here, I try to incorporate women with the traditional phenotype of the Black women in my videos. So you'll see melanated women. You'll see women with 4C hair textures, 4C, like kinky, coilier hair textures, living these lifestyles I preach. Because I'm doing that intentionally to counter these problematic narratives that these men like to force feed to Black women. Talking about you're unattractive, no one wants you, you're undesired, and your hair's too nappy and you're too dark. It's like, okay, Nignog, all right, I'll go ahead and cry in my Corvette and I'll pull up into the garage of my gated home, my gated community. You know, this woman is probably going somewhere crying in her multi-million-dollar home. She's probably wiping her tears away with $100 bills. Like, look at her and her husband. She's so cute. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. She's a fashionista. Oh, here's a wedding picture. See, I didn't see this at first. Oh man. Their wedding is absolutely beautiful. Look at all the Black women and girls in the background. That's wonderful. Oh man, I wish she posted more pictures of the wedding. Here they are again. And look, she has a weave in, but this man ain't denigrating her. He's calling her a hair hat and stupid shit like that, hair helmet. You know, he committed to her and he put a ring on and he not pumping and dumping her. He values her and loves her and married her. Okay, so I want to get into this next example of a St. Louis woman who is a successful entrepreneur. And she received her education from the University of Memphis, and she's living her best life. So let's look at her page. This is her. And she's a fashionista as well. She has a PhD in merchandising and is just living a wonderful, glamorous life. This is her and her husband. She's glowing. Just kissed by the sun. Uh-oh, let's go back to that picture. Oh, I don't know who that Dusty is. Here's her husband. I think she dresses him too. Look at her smiling. Here they are. He put a ring on it. And he not calling her masculine because she owns a very successful clothing business. There's an eggnog again. Let's keep going. And there's her husband. So she's living her best life. She's enjoying herself, smiling. Okay, so I want to get to this next beautiful couple. So this woman is also a successful entrepreneur, and she is also educated, and she's now married to the founder of the Rumi app. So this is super, super cute. These are some more wedding pictures. So let's go to the top because I want y'all to see this. She is such a beautiful girl. Look at her. This is her in the bridesmaids. This is her wedding dress. Look at that. That silhouette is just beautiful. That's a really pretty dress. I want to scroll down to get to her and her husband together. Oh, look at the ring there. That's her and her dad. Here we go. Here's her husband. Here's her husband. You see, and you won't hear these men talking about how masculine she is because she's educated. You won't hear them say, oh, high value men don't care about your accomplishments, or, they don't care if you're smart or educated. You can be dumb as a box of rocks. No, he put a ring on it and loved her and cherished her. Now they're living their best life. And this couple met via online dating. So I'm telling y'all, you better go ahead and set you up an online dating profile. That's how I met my husband. These men certainly ain't going to be knocking on your doorstep, especially not in Blackistan. They're not coming to your doorstep to save you. You got to put yourself out there. Okay, so let's get into this next example of a so-called PhD, Rachel Lindsay. So she is an attorney from the show The Bachelor who is happily married and is living her best life. So I want to watch this proposal video that really illustrates how beautiful a union can be if you divest and if you vet and find the right type of man.
Lexus Exodus. Shout out to my exes.
Hey, y'all. It is Lexis Exodus, leader of the Black Women Exodus. If you didn't know already, Black women are beautiful. Black women are intelligent and incredible. Black women are phenomenal and make great wives and mothers.
I want to speak to your manager.
Black women should be respected and deserve to be loved.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Black women deserve to be treated like human beings at least. Listen, guys, if you're like me, you are so tired of your favorite Black female content creators getting harassed by the trolls, silenced on social media, and censored by YouTube. We work so hard to stand up for Black women, and although YouTube allows us to be regularly berated, ridiculed, and degraded by Dusties every day on the platform, as soon as we say one word to clap back, we're threatened with channel violations and are told to be silent or we will have our platforms removed. The biased algorithms, inconsistently enforced policies, and persistent trolling on YouTube is unacceptable and needs to stop. If you agree, meet me over on my Patreon, where you will be able to access completely raw, unfiltered, exclusive Lexus Exodus content. You will be able to access uncut, uncensored, and ad-free content, 2 bonus videos a week, access to the private Discord community, and much, much more. So meet me over on the Patreon at patreon.com/Lexis Exodus. The link is also in the description below.
Shout out to my exes.
He ain't talking about we ain't getting no younger, so we might as well do it. Yo. He's saying I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Come on, let's do it. Let's keep going. Y'all see that? Just beautiful. Just beautiful, y'all. I'm such a softie. I get teared up and choked up all the time anytime I watch like proposal videos or wedding clips. This is awesome. So you see, this man is not talking about how masculine she is because she's educated and she's an attorney. He's not denigrating her or diminishing her. He loves her. So he's talking about how beautiful she is and how she brings out the best in him. That's love, man. When you're around someone and they make you the best version of yourself, they bring that out in you. Now he talks about how he wants to spend the rest of his life with her. And let's rewind too, because she's wearing a weave. She's wearing a weave. She's so pretty. She's wearing a weave, and he's not calling her a hair hat. He's not calling her a hair helmet. He's talking about how much he adores her, and he can't keep his hands off of her. He's talking about how beautiful she is. Do y'all see the stark difference here? He feels lucky to be with her. This is what I'm talking about. If you're a PhD, you are really doing yourself a disservice by not divesting. Because the treatment and the degradation that you get in Blackistan is not happening with other groups of men. They're comfortable in their masculinity. They're comfortable in their accomplishments. They actually have resources. They actually have their own education themselves. They have their own accomplishments themselves. So they're not intimidated by you having a successful professional career. Okay. Let's keep going. So I also want to show y'all this other clip I came across where he talks about how attracted he always was to Black women and how he always wanted to date them. And I this is kind of like a side note, but not really, because I think it's relevant because it counters this narrative that these men are trying to force feed Black women about being undesired. So let's watch this.
You know what I'm saying? And for me, to be honest, like when I went out in Miami, I would say pre-dating apps, I wouldn't run into a lot of Black women where I went, right? Like it would be mostly Latina, but the majority was Latina in Miami, or white, maybe some mixed here and there, but the places I went to, like Black women didn't go, right? Yeah. So it wasn't that I wasn't attracted to Black women, because I actually always have, like, from back in the day when I was young, watching movies and TV and stuff, like I would always be attracted to Black women on TV. But, you know, it just wasn't till I would say my 30s. And I really have to give a shout out to the dating apps, where it was just like, now all of a sudden I had all this selection of these choices, like a taste of rainbow, whatever you wanted was on those apps. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's when I really started diving in and dating, you know, women of color. And, you know, it was great, man. And obviously I met my wife, and the rest is history.
Y'all see that? So y'all better use these dating apps, y'all. Use those apps. I told y'all, these men are attracted to y'all. But y'all want to play around in Blackistan. And notice he's not talking about how masculine Rachel is. And the girl is a damn attorney. You know, she's functioning in one of the most respected professions. Now she's a media personality. She has shows and a podcast. I believe she's on ET. And he loves and respects her and really cherishes his wife. Okay. So let's get into this last example of Lauren.
She got her
Lauren and Cameron from Love is Blind. That really illustrates how a PhD, when she divests, how the union can just be such a wonderful, beautiful thing. So let's watch this and then we will chat.
Seen her before. I don't need to do any more searching. I'm ready to propose to Lauren. Oh boy.
Yeah. When I say I felt like I was going to crap my dress, I could not breathe this day. At this point, it was an out-of-body experience.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't even feel my legs.
I definitely couldn't. You see me put my hand against the glass. That was partly just because I was like bracing myself.
Yeah, me too.
I love you so much.
I was really just trying to be in the moment. Mm-hmm. Like really feel it.
Right.
But at the same time, I felt like I was watching myself.
Same.
Like watching this happen. Even though I couldn't see you.
Right. Will you marry me?
Oh my God, yes. I think I was shaking. Pretty sure
I was definitely shaking. You can see it kind of a little bit.
Oh, the hand.
I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't. What was going through your mind at this point?
Oh man, a lot of different emotions. But right.
They did.
Yeah, but also I was scared,
Well, yeah, I mean, we had all the conversations I felt like we needed to have to know that we could be together in the long term. But
or at least get engaged.
At least get engaged. See what happens.
So that was beautiful.
Because we know we got to do the deal.
Hang on. Everything has just been building up to this moment. I was like sweaty. I couldn't breathe. My boobs were like sweaty. The little inner boob sweat.
That's what turns me on.
Babe.
It is. Just being honest.
I really did. At this point, I was questioning if you were a real person. Like, I thought that maybe these doors will open and it would be like, psych, like, this was all a prank to see if you would really fall in love, or like, you were an actor, or like some type of robot.
I felt the same way.
Yeah, I felt like this was going to be like, it was going to open and it was going to be fake. Like, this was an experiment to see if you could really do it.
And when I saw you, I'm like, they hired some supermodel to like fake me out here.
See how I was adjusting those boobs? Oh my gosh. At this point, it was another one of those times when it was out of body. Like, I was there with you.
Right.
But I was just kind of in shock.
I was on another planet, y'all.
You did have a tight grip, I will say. I remember that. He was like, okay. He's holding on tight.
So we went to Mexico and we had this romantic vacation. Now we're fast forwarding to when we actually moved in together.
Let's see, here we go.
Okay, this is beautiful. They look so cute together. They're really a nice looking couple. And again, so she has a degree in electronic media and film, and she owns her own media company. And you see, he's not denigrating that. He's not trying to diminish her accomplishments. She reminds me of Quad, a lot of Quad from Married to Medicine. She's really, really pretty. Okay, let's fast forward to about the 7-minute mark so we can look at their wedding and watch them walk down the aisle.
How are you feeling?
Nervous.
Walking down the aisle? Yeah, my anxiety was on 10.
Okay, my anxiety was on 10 actually going through those curtains.
Yeah, that whole walk to the altar, that moment, like, everything was just so surreal at that moment.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for you. But I missed it, damn it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
I love that.
I said it and then I realized, like, oh my God, this is a pastor. Lord, I can't go to hell.
In the presence of your family, your friends, and Almighty God to decide if love is blind.
It's love.
When he said love is blind, I was like,
okay.
The producers really slipped this in, really?
This is our actual marriage, y'all.
I know. Transparency. I really didn't care for my makeup on my wedding day. Makes me sad.
Most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
Aww. That is super, super cute. That's super cute. So I don't watch Love is Blind, but the premise, of course, is that they date, but they never get to see each other. And then at the end, they get the opportunity to propose, which he did, which is amazing. But that's typical of relationships, interracial relationships with Black women and other groups of men. You know what I mean? We fall in love because there's substance there. So you'll see Dusties get married to other groups of women because of fetishization. So they'll have this weird obsession with hair and skin color. And we'll even talk about having mixed babies, which is weird. But y'all remember a bunch of Dusties, the influx of Dusties said that mess? So the football player who made a toast out to dinner and recorded himself about toast to having light-skinned babies. That rapper who was at Nipsey Hussle's funeral who randomly said during Nipsey's homecoming ceremony, And everybody was just confused. Like, why are you talking about light-skinned daughters? But it's because they're fixated with this surface level bullshit. You'll hear white girls talking about big peen and stupid stuff like that. But when Black women marry outside of their race, there's a deeper connection. You know, like I'm in love with my husband because of his honesty and his integrity. I love his authenticity and his work ethic. I love his familial values. I love how he honors and cherishes his family and honors the marital bond. And I love how he honors and respects me. And the other thing I thought about when I was watching this is, isn't this such a stark contrast between the wedding between that Black couple, Chris and Paige on Married at First Sight? And I don't watch that show either, but I remember watching a few videos that Sinji made where she reacted about how dysfunctional that union was and how mean the Dusty was to her. You know, he was talking about how he wasn't attracted to her, so he wanted a divorce. And I think he may have even cheated on her. But anyway, so yeah, so her high value man, her true high value man with, you know, who is high income earning and also has high moral character and values, he's not degrading her and disrespecting her. He loves and honors her. And you see how he's protective over her, even within their own home. They're just recording a video for the internet and he has his arm around her. He can't keep his hands off her. That's the life that these so-called PhDs experience when they divest. And again, I can't emphasize enough, in Blackistan, you know, the men are weak. They're stupid. They're failures. So educated, professional, successful women intimidate them. And this is why they'll denigrate you. And this is why they'll diminish your accomplishments. This is why a single mother who is a six-figure business owning earner, this is why she can go into Karen Scammell's show and get called average at best. It's because these men suck at life. They're losers. Your accomplishments intimidate them. And when these same women decide to wake up and divest, they meet real men who have accomplishments of their own. Real men who are comfortable and confident in, you know, their masculinity. Men who are protectors and providers. You know, these women are loved on. These PhDs are uplifted and committed to and celebrated when they date other groups of men. So please divest. Please do not do all that hard work. Put in all those blood, sweat, and tears. Go to college and climb in the corporate wall in corporate America just to end up with a Dusty who complains about how you emasculate him. Who complains about how you won't let him be a man. Y'all better divest. All right, y'all. That's all I got. Until next time. See you guys. Bye.
Fellas, if y'all come across a red iPhone, can you please bring it to the sound stage? Red iPhone, appreciate it.